What a beautiful day it is today. My goodness, cannot complain about a fresh snowfall, to be out in the mountains and just enjoying myself here today. We're going to talk about and review the Outdoor Research Helium Down Hooded jacket today. I've been putting this thing to the test for the past several months as it's gotten colder here, winter, when you would wear a down jacket. And my goodness, I am impressed with this. I've got a few other jackets here in my backpack that we're going to use to compare and talk about as we review this Outdoor Research Helium Down Hooded jacket. Now, wearing an insulation piece like this as you're hiking is a bit overkill, and I get that, but we've got about 25 degrees for the outside temperature right now. A little bit of a breeze, so it's making things a bit more chilly than it needs to be. So now, the Outdoor Research Helium Down jacket is an 800 fill power, responsibly sourced down insulation that has a diamond fuse, as Outdoor Research calls it, fabric technology that is a Pertex shield. Now, this is part of their Helium line of outerwear. So you should be familiar with their Helium rain jacket, which, oddly enough, the Helium rain jacket material, or this diamond fused Pertex material, is used on the shoulders, the hood, and down the sleeve, which gives it a lot of really great abrasion resistance. So using it to hike like I am today, it works for that, but in a climbing scenario as well, it's going to work really nice, and it's going to have a great water repellency to it that's going to protect the down and allow you to use your insulation piece in a more broad spectrum of activities, which is a great thing about the application of this particular piece. All right, let's talk about some of the things that I don't necessarily like about the Helium Down jacket. I'll take my gloves off here. And the first thing is the fact that this is expensive, like almost $300 for a lightweight down jacket. Now, there are plenty of other jackets that fit that price range as well, like the Arc'teryx Serum LT or anything from Rab. You've also got the Ghost Whisperer from Mountain Hardwear. So, no, it's not the most expensive product on the market, but there's also other great options for you to choose from that don't cost you nearly $300 to get down insulation. One of the other things that I'm not a huge fan of is, got more stuff in my pockets, is how low the pockets are on the front. Now, one of the pros of this particular jacket is the fact that it is nice and long. I mean, it covers my rear end here, which is nice because when you bend over, the jacket doesn't pull up really high and then expose your back, which then creates cold points when you're out doing active things with this jacket. But, you know, I like having my pockets sit a little bit higher. The Arc'teryx Serum LT, which we'll pull out here in a second to compare to, has that, where you've got a full baffle at the hem of the jacket that is not part of the pocket. And these go all the way down to the bottom of the pocket. So in a climbing scenario, if I'm wearing this with a harness, then I can't get my hands in the pockets as easy. So a lot of you watching are probably not climbers, but if you do ice climb, that is something to consider with this jacket. I like to have my pockets a little bit higher for that case. It also makes it so when you're walking with it, if you've got things in your pockets, they're not like bunching up around how low the jacket goes, so that you're like catching on that and having to lift the jacket up so they're out of the way. That could be a phone, could be keys when you're on a day hike, or whatever it is that you've got in your pocket, snacks and stuff that fall down like that. But what I do love is that there is this nice, just like micro fleece type of material that's on the inside of the pocket. And unlike some other jackets that I've had, the insulation is on the outside of your hand. I had a Patagonia synthetic jacket at one point that the insulation was on the inside of the pocket, and you didn't have any protection of insulation on the outside. Like, how backwards is that for an insulated jacket? So as far as other things about this that are awesome, I really enjoy the length of the sleeves. So I can reach my hands out, I can lift up, the jacket's nice and long, and it's got a pretty good fit. So as I'm moving around and everything, it's gonna stay in place. It's going to cover all of the core of the body, which is really important. And as it moves with you, it's not going to restrict or cause pinch points. It's not too tight in the shoulders, which is another really nice thing. And when I extend my arms out, I have a almost +2 ape index, meaning that my arm length is almost 2 inches longer than my total body height. So I'm 5'8" and I'm wearing a size medium. I'm 165 pounds and it's a great fit. You can see it's plenty long, comes down a little bit lower on the butt, which is really nice. And this helium material, this waterproof Pertex shield across the top that they use on their rain jacket is an awesome, awesome touch to make this a really great active layer. Now the hood is also really well fitted, and I mean, it moves with your head pretty well, but as I cinch it down with this cord lock here on the back and this shock cord here, it just creates a nice tight fit. And the only issue for me is that shock cord comes right across my ears. So could be different depending on your particular head size, but it's a nice form fit, and you've got, again, that helium Pertex shield material that they use on the rain jacket across the hood, which when you are out and about, if you have to get out of your tent or anything, you still have this on and it's raining, then you've got protection that now this isn't going to just get soaked and create an issue for you now compromising your down insulation. So responsibly sourced goose down, 800 fill power. It's just a great, great insulation layer. Let's compare it real quick to some other insulation pieces out there on the market. But if we look at kind of my tried and true and what was and still, I guess in a lot of ways, is my favorite down jacket, but if I'm being honest, the more that I wear this down hooded jacket from Outdoor Research, the Helium Down, man, it's replacing the Serum LT from Arc'teryx because it's got great mobility and it's a little bit longer in the torso, which I like. So I have issues with the Serum pulling up on my back, and you know, as this thing goes on, it starts to lose a lot of feathers. And you wouldn't think that something like the micro fleece on the inside of the pocket would be an important thing, but here on the Arc'teryx, which is a more expensive jacket, but it is lighter weight, this doesn't have any of that fleece material on the inside of the pockets. But I do love that my finger is right here, and I've got this full baffle of height above the bottom of the pocket, which I absolutely love about this jacket, like I mentioned earlier in the review. This is just one of the best fitting jackets that I've ever had, and in terms of just articulation through the shoulders and not having a bunch of boxy, bulky things happening with the jacket, this is it's fantastic. I mean, I've worn this thing to the point that it's lost a lot of loft and needs to be revived. I've got patches all over the chest and the sleeves. It's losing feathers, and that's part of the issue with it for me, but it's very lightweight. And comparison of weight, the down hooded jacket is coming in at just under a pound, or about just over 400 grams of weight. So 15.4 ounces is the weight that they give on their website, but it's going to be different depending on what size you get. And honestly, I can't remember offhand the weight of the Serum, but this is also very lightweight and accomplishes very compactness, and it's not too warm of an insulation layer, and neither is this. So very comparative, but if I was to buy either one of these, I'd be buying the Outdoor Research because of the waterproof material, well, water resistant material, this helium rain jacket material that's on the shoulders and the hood that gives that added protection that if I have a backpack or anything, like, it's going to wear a lot better. Now, if we compare this to another Outdoor Research product, this is the Illuminate jacket. Man, I hate these colors. This is why I never wear this jacket. This is the most bright, bold yellow-green you could possibly go for. But the fit, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put the Illuminate on here in a second, but the fit of the Helium down jacket is a lot better than the fit of the Illuminate. And they're very similar in concept and the style of jacket that they are. I'm wearing one of my favorite base layer, mid layers, the Vigor from Outdoor Research. But as I put this on, you're gonna be able to see the difference in the way that the fit goes on this jacket. It has a lot of the same similarities in how it's put together in construction. Also 800 fill power. It's gonna have that water resistant capabilities to it, but it's not that diamond fuse technology material, so this is gonna be less abrasion resistant. And I mean, you still got that standard basic chest pocket. You've got stash pockets on the inside here. The Helium has the same, and it's pretty much the same fit around the butt as well. Here on this white background, that gives you a little bit better view on that. And this one also has the bottom of the pocket going all the way to the hem of the jacket. But this isn't my favorite jacket. I don't really love the design of the baffle system, and so looking at the Helium, you're just a little bit more basic in like horizontal baffles on this, and they come all the way around and nice, like good wide, so you're gonna get good loft on them. And then just to show you real quick, the Serum, it's about 20-25 degrees out here right now, so it's a little chilly. And so there's the Serum, and this is also a size medium. So you can see the length of it is not quite as long, and on the butt, when I lean over, it's just not as long in the torso. But I like how high the pockets are, and the hood on this is also really nice, but it's a little bit more restrictive when it's like fully zipped up. And I don't know, it just has not like been as awesome when comparing to the Helium. And I sound like a fanboy, and I'm really rambling at this point, but I gotta say, this Helium down jacket is really, really cool, and I highly, highly recommend it. As I've been hiking today, it has not overheated me, which has been really nice, and it's just really a premium down insulation piece. So there you go. That's the Helium down hooded jacket from Outdoor Research. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Hope you have an awesome day. I'm gonna get back on the trail, get to the car, and head home. You guys are awesome. Catch you in the next video. See you later.